This game was so deprived of concepts in the planning phases that we have yet another mission where we have to save Taya from oncoming attackers, and we're doing it in the exact same map as in Yugi's campaign. The only difference between the two is, last time she was surrounded on like 3 sides and could only really safely escape by going up the mountain that's in the north there, and then immediately breaking hard left. This time, she starts in a base, and it's just monsters from the one side that are attacking her directly. But, once again, if she goes down, then you lose. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter if this base falls, who cares? Set up the defenses, like usual. Luckily, she has a new team with her this time that I can't say they are amazing per se, but Mystical Elf starts with this. I like how it says really heavy damage. That's such professional game designing language. She's got access to level 3 magic, so I mean, that's going to help us quite a bit. These monsters are all dark, so we're going to want to hit them as hard as we can when they get here. I'm on the fence about who takes point for what fight, though. Because we do have more magic users again, unfortunately. And if we remember how much of a pain they were the first time, the good news is they're going to get hit by the ground cannon, so we won't have to worry about them nearly as much. So once the air cannon activates, we trade that for a barricade. Any second now. When the ground cannon activates, we exchange that for the healer. If Mystical Elf gets a single attack, then we'll be okay. That'll be more than enough. And you know, Taya doesn't have any dragons on her team now, so Dragon Seeker's effect is pretty much non-existent. Yeah, do that. They don't have items, right? Okay, I should have double-checked that. Yes, okay, good. We're safe. I feel like this map is the only one that was really designed with that animation in mind. Okay, you go away. I probably should have done that to Dragon Seeker, whatever. Let's see how much damage this really is. That really wasn't that much. What happened to heavy damage on dark monsters? Well, then again, I guess Mystical Elf doesn't have a high attack stat normally. Yeah, no, that attack stat's, like, pitiful compared to some of the other monsters. For level 80, that's pathetic. Alright, what are we up against? Okay, that activates. Set the healer, get Joey out. Might start coming in. Okay, I can win this fight. If it starts looking bad, take one of them out and then just retreat. You're not a dark monster, but Oh, thank goodness. I did not want a repeat of that nonsense from Chapter 5. Oh my god. Yeah, sure, that's fine, I guess. Doesn't carry over between fights, so I don't care. You see, we're still in the game. We got some powerhouses with us, I think. Keep telling myself that, and then somehow I'll get through the final boss. I hope. This is gonna be a make or break fight. If there's ever a time to fuse, it's going to be here. Most concerned with Orion, as usual. Oh shit. Not even risking that. Okay, I expected that. One more hit, and then I can retreat if things start going south. I'm not crazy about this. They only used one power of nature, so I'm gonna keep fighting for a little while. Just be careful with the blue medicines. I guess of the two, I'm more focused on the Eagle surviving, but Eagle's also got way higher health, so I just gotta prioritize. Okay, now that they've used the second one, I'm going to take this opportunity to retreat. Actually, wait, that's not that much damage. I mean, it's kind of high. No, I can't risk a critical. If they get a critical, then I'm screwed. I was second-guessing myself there, but I cannot risk a critical with that condition. That's going to be like over 1,000 damage instantly. Downside is I got to worry about these pests. Again, if this goes south, we fought this combination before. I think if I focus on the fairy, what is even the best thing to do here? You can heal. You can confuse us. And that just does a lot of damage. Hit him with Ice Storm. If I keep going and swinging, then I should be alright. The goal is to whittle them down as much as possible. If it looks like I can take one out early, take one out early. They're catching on. I'm gonna have to heal the Axe Raider now. Because here's my problem. This may not have been the right team to send in this fight. Like, I can't really risk losing anyone in this team because they're all strong monsters, but at the same time, I know that if I would have sent in another team, I definitely would have lost somebody. So, I'm going to attack Hane here. The reason being, let's see, is because it blinds. Blinding an enemy who has an attack that never misses is pretty pointless. But at the very least, now I can reliably hope that even if... yeah, go figure. Even if Hane uses his strongest attack, that'll miss me. Luckily, I get a second turn here. This sucks that Rocket Warrior missed, otherwise that would have been a clean KO. Yes! Yes! Oh, that's what we needed. Shit. Okay. Good RNG, bad RNG. It balances out. Rocket Warrior still got a lot of turns. I can probably just War of Attrition this and then survive. I'll heal the Axe Raider again to be safe, I guess. I don't know. The worst that can happen at this point is just a run of criticals. But I think I can refrain from using the Ice Storm and just focus on individual attacks. Oh, this could be it. I'm feeling good about this. And there we go. Still one team left, though. Gonna see if Jussel's team is enough to whittle this down. I think if they use too many Power of Natures, I've actually got this clean. Of course, as soon as I say that, I miss, but whatever. Am I mildly worried about a stray critical hit? Sure, but I think it's important that I try buffing up my other monsters. And again, if it's going badly, just keep backing out. Both guarded, though? Like, they both guard. I'm guarding too. I think Dark Elf can break this defense, but just barely. Did I miss again? Frickin' me. Now this is gonna hurt. Okay, that's not that bad. Hey, go down. What is this evasion? You dodged, like, 3 out of 7 attacks. No, we're dipping out. We're dipping out, we're dipping out, we're dipping out. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not risking one of these fools going down. Ouch. there's a lot of people hiding in there. Wow. Why are there so many hiding in that one base? Jittery, thank you for the raid. Oh, you can say that, yeah. That's what I'm trying to avoid have happen, though. My monsters are actually surviving this time, shockingly. There is a flowchart system to this. Why do they keep dodging? How do they keep dodging? I don't understand this. Okay. Damn it. See, I knew there were, like, status effects I didn't know about in this game. Like, somebody explained to me that the Deal of Phantom item that I have equipped to Dragon Zombie, that helps you dodge attacks, which is how I had that lucky string of dodging during my last session. But this stuff is not very well explained, honestly. Okay, so if these attacks actually connect, then I will win this turn. If not, then I'm probably going to have to retreat from this fight, because I cannot risk too much nonsense. And yeah, that's me not risking nonsense. Once they start buffing their attacks that much, I'm out of here. So, for those unaware, this stream session, I'm definitely not going to be able to finish the game because there's 3 missions left after this, and one of them is excruciatingly difficult. But probably later in the week. I hope, anyway. Yes, that's good. Use a power of nature now, and we'll be okay. I'm not going to waste my time with any of these schmucks because they are way too strong to even risk. But I think that if Joey and my double team... What monsters does this school have again? It's just a generic martial. That's it? This is your team? Sure, they are lucky, but that's pathetic. Yeah, honestly, forget it. Joey and Mai can handle this solo. Though I guess I better hurry. This mission doesn't have a very long time limit. Alright, heal off our damages. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the week, at least in terms of the streams. I'll have to tweak one of them before I upload the stuff to YouTube. The main issue being is that I'm not going to be very active on Twitch during November just because I got stuff planned. But that's a story for another time. As of now, the best thing I can do plow right through this, and then we've got one more difficult mission ahead of us for tonight. I'm pretty sure Mai's team can take these idiots solo. They've got a lot of turns, which, I'm not going to lie, is a little annoying when they're just going to chain spam red medicines. So I think we're just going to have to do one fight of whittling down the crabs, and then, like, an actual fight where I finish these twits off. I keep saying idiot, twit, fool. I need to stop that. It's a bad habit. I think it's that in my work and in some of my hobbies, I see a lot of incompetent people. Everyone just calls each other that inherently. But if I can get lucky with, like, a stray critical, or just good RNG in the turn order, this is gonna hurt, though. Oh, that wasn't that bad. If I fuse, will that give me a turn, or will that immediately switch to theirs? I don't know this. Oh, I think we got it. Yes! Oh, thank goodness that connected. You heal yourself. I think we're gonna play the wait and guard game for a while. Even then, I'm not sure how much guarding I have to do, because Sangenjin's been missing. Yeah, I'm really not that worried about Zerug and the Crab doing any damage. Oh, to hell with it. No one's taking action, nothing's gonna happen. Let's just whittle the freak down. You're either gonna waste your red medicines anyway, or we're just gonna extend the fight too long. Yeah, this is pathetic. The best thing I can say about Zeragun, I guess, is that it's got a decent overworld movement speed, so if you have a Navy Marshal, then it's not a bad choice. But as I mentioned before, the other crab that you get at the beginning of Kaiba's campaign is objectively faster, so you may as well just roll with that, I guess. If I remember right, it's faster anyway. Use the last medicine, and then we begin the fusion onslaught. Can we KO? Not even close. You know, for a monster with lucky stats, you're really not dodging that many attacks. You should have taken example from the Dark Witch. just like the enemies did to us a lot, especially in Kaiba's campaign, we get to just torture them with the Sunbird. I know this doesn't really need to exist, but for instances like this where you're the only monster on the field, I almost kind of wish there was a way to manually disable the effect like auto-healing, just because it would make things a little bit faster. I don't know, there's some weird quality of life updates I've always been thinking about, but I'm not sure, like, how easy that would be. I mean, there's always ways to program it, sure, but I guess the concern is if you manually disable it early on and you realize later you shouldn't have, or you just hit the wrong button somehow, I guess there's not really a good way to go about that. And, like, this is already a pretty active HUD. You can see how many commands we have for a given turn. We're not going to finish this guy up. I think we're going to be just short. Yeah, unless there's a critical, we're going to be just short. Can't. Ruining my flow. Well, whatever. Wonder how long until the enemies respawn. Because I was kind of worried that was going to happen just now. But thankfully we didn't have to worry. It's a done deal. So now the plot is happening. Do we just not gain money anymore? What's the deal with that?